Sifu James, what is the high level kung fu?
I'm so glad you asked. Since you asked, let me go ahead and try to answer that question for everybody. We're recording. You guys out there, all right, I'm a high level kung fu or high level Wing Chun is going beyond the basics. So typically when you see like the movies, you throw a punch, you parry and you deflect a couple punches, you deflect and you punch. But when you go higher than that, see they call it internal Wing Chun. Internal is the same thing to me as in Tai Chi, silk reeling. In Japanese, they call it aki. That's being able to manipulate at the point of contact. As soon as somebody throw a punch, I have his balance. I'm always taking his balance everywhere I go. So understanding Peng and then having silk reeling, being able to move somebody with just a skin and not actually being able to grab them and still move them. See, when somebody throw a punch at me, I want them to feel like they fighting a ghost. Like you throw a couple punches, you don't feel nothing. Punch again, doesn't matter. I could take you, doesn't matter what you do. You are a human being. You got two arms, two legs, back up a little bit. Two arms, two legs. Peng, silk reeling, aki. It's not just in Wing Chun, high level Tai Chi. They got Peng too. Silk reeling. So Peng is something that the brain can't handle being pulled in multiple directions at the same time, so it'll short circuit. When we talk about silk reeling is being able to move a person's energy at the point of touch without actually having to grab that person. So, like in karate means no weapon in hand. So karate is weaponless. So how I relate that in Wing Chun is when I touch you, because mostly we move you with the wrist energy. That's for the most part basic Wing Chun. Try to throw two punches. See, I could take that from you. Everyone expects to land on something. So they trying to hit something so it gives them that purchase to get another strike. But when you take that from them, you throw a punch and you lead them into nothingness, they can't get the second punch out. So no matter what he do, no matter how he throw two punches, he'll never be able to. Try to throw two punches. I can take it from him every time because I can catch the punch in the air and ride with it. It's like the biggest surfing in the world. And there's only a few people, 1% of people that can ride that giant wave. To me, that's what martial arts is. I just ride the wave with a person. Like I said, you try to throw two punches, I won't let you. You try to throw two roundhouses, it's not going to happen. Nothing that you intend to do is going to work. It's like Mike Tyson. Everybody got a game plan until they get socked in the mouth. Over here, everybody got a game plan until you stick your hand over here. You stick your hand over here, it belongs to me. And then I can manipulate you, keep you off balance, and move you right into joint locks. And there's nothing you can do about it. So you throw a couple punches at me. No matter what you do, as soon as I touch you, like I say, I'm taking your balance. A lot of times when you see Adam Meisner, he does stuff like he'll push you out. He'll take your energy. But there's different ways to use this energy. See, the way I use it, I move you around, and instead of rebounding and pushing you out, I send you in orbit. So everything that you throw at me, you throw a punch, I can lead you away into nothingness. No matter how you throw that punch, you throw a roundhouse. So no matter what you do at high levels of, like I say, using Peng, silk reeling. So an example of silk reeling is, see how I move you and I didn't actually grab you? I move you by your skin. So I'm using your fascia. That's the makeup of it's like the Spider-Man suit. It covers your bones. Without fascia, we would just fall apart because there's nothing holding us up. So when I touch you, I can tap in right there and I feel your balance. So I can feel your balance all the way down to your feet. I can manipulate how you move, and I don't have to grab you. And the harder you fight, the more I can control how you move. So it's about being able to manipulate and understand the biomechanics of the body, what the brain can't handle, knowing the limits of the body, like understanding that it's circular movements, circles and spirals. See how I'm able to move you, but you feel like you can't do anything about it? So when we do Chi Sao, right? We're doing Chi Sao or Dap Sao, whatever. Within this, people don't understand what we're doing. This is like when we enter into a fight. You can bridge this way or this way, inside, outside, inside, outside. So in the midst of a fight, people throw punches, but after you throw a punch, but they don't realize that I'm using concepts and principles that you have no concept of, or some people don't even believe that it exists. So as soon as I get you, I'm taking your balance. And within this Chi Sao, I can still joint lock you from here, joint, throw a punch, see, joint lock you out of Chi Sao. No one's expecting that type of activity. So Wing Chun is about knives. That's why we have these butterfly knives. You're supposed to know what to do with the knife because this started as knife fighting. These knives teach you how to move around and where the the techniques come from. So the same thing I do with my hands, same thing I do with my knives. So you throw a punch out. So this is teaching you how to move with the swords. You keep punching. This is the same thing that I'm doing with my hands, using the knives. If you get too close, you use the puño. So how that relates to your hands, same thing. Whoop, that was a stab, like a knife to your ribs for using my thumb. If I had to sum up the essence of martial arts, Wing Chun, Kung Fu, the right weapon, at the right place, at the right time. Because you got so many hand positions to use: spear hand, sun fist, chopping hand, phoenix eye, the crane's beak. He can hit with the palms, you can hit with the radial bones, the other bones in the arm. The minute somebody comes at me, it's just a blender punch. It's just a blender of techniques that are coming at you that you have no concept of. What else can I tell you? I can be able to control your hands to your feet. So right here, like we talk about Neijing, being able to freeze a person off balance where they can't move, and being able to maneuver around a person's body. and not just being stuck with the basic footwork on the 45. I mean, that's cool, but when you go up in skill level and the quality of your movements, you go beyond just the snake engine. You got to remember where the footwork came from. It was a circular thing. Internal Wing Chun is the softness of it, circles and spirals and triangles and holding shapes. So when you punch, you got to have this type of movement, circle walking. So punch again to see what I did, to be able to move around a person and control them. Two-hand coordination. You got to have dexterity. A lot of times we do things with our wrist. So right here, I can control you, I can lead you, I can move you around, I can sink you, I can float you, just on the point of contact as soon as I touch you. So I can control your feet through your hands in situations. See, there's no slack in what I do. It's like in this situation here,
Nope.
I have you stuck. You're stuck on a precipice where he feels like he's about to fall off a ledge because I have him in perfect balance. There's nothing he can do unless I let him off. I break this down in another video where I'm talking about how to unbalance people. So I bet you go look at my catalog and you should go check that out. All these videos that I be making trying to give you guys insight to how to get better at Wing Chun. But you need to be looking outside of Wing Chun because that's the essence of Wing Chun, is to look at other arts and be able to find the essence of that art and then use it. That's what Wing Chun is, the best of everything else. The way I look at other arts is I might look at systema and then I'll ask, what's the essence of that art? How does it work? What are the drills that you use to do that? Or who has the best footwork? Bagua. Okay, well, how does it work? What are the drills that you guys use to be able to circle walk, mud walking, and being able to shift and move around? This is how I look at martial arts, that I get it from everywhere. Every other art is what Wing Chun is made of to be able to deal with every other art. It's like I say, you only got 2 hands and 2 feet. Only thing you could do is a linear punch or a round punch. That's it. Learning to joint lock. See, when you joint lock teach you so much about martial arts, because then you got to learn that your hands have to be coordinated. So when I touch you like this, my hands are working together to have good dexterity, to be able to manipulate a person. So when you have song, meaning that I'm softer than you, meaning that when you push in on me, I absorb your energy and manipulate it. Where you don't feel anything. I want you to feel like you're fighting a ghost. But when I hit you, it's gonna be like a brick. So I give you wind and lightning. So when I'm talking about 2-hand coordination, you should be able to flow with your opponent and lead him. But it takes 2-hand coordination to do that. When you see the old guys in the park and they're moving like this, you notice that it's in unison. It is a full body thing that they're doing. Total body, total unison in movement. So like when you throw punches at me, continuous punching, this is deflecting. I can do this without thinking. I can talk to you. I can have a drink. I can switch hands, or I can stop it and take the energy. You have to have coordinated hands to do that. You go higher in quality, you want to have a high dexterity in your hands to be able to manipulate and do joint locks. See, the quicker you throw a punch over here, See, just that quick, you have a person joint locked. Have a take his balance, sink a person, joint lock. Everything becomes easy. Um, so in Tai Chi, when they say 4 ounces can move 1,000 pounds, that's where it takes a little bit of energy in Wing Chun. When we deflect, it don't take much energy. You throw a punch, deflect and lead it. You throw another punch. See, I take your energy and ride with it and use it against you, put you in uncomfortable situations that you can't get out of, keep you off balance. You're not going to be able to fight. If you're off balance, you can't fight. So that's my mastery, is to keep you off balance and then lead you into messed up situations where I can put you in a joint lock from there. I can attack you in soft places. See, there are a lot of nerve strikes. BQ, with it taking the breath. You have nerves all over the place. The Phoenix Eye. You have all these different weapons and all this knowledge, and it's just it's endless, because Wing Chun is, it's like Sulum Chao. That's the basic idea of understanding Wing Chun. You learn all the moves, 3 seeds, Tan Bong Fu, which lead to 18 hands. Within them 18 hands, you become infinite movement, infinite flow. So when I meet an adversary, I'm not even looking at him like we finna fight. I ask myself the question, can he keep up with the change? Because not intentionally, I'm not even thinking about, am I going to win the fight? I just know that he can't change. So you keep throwing punches. This is being able to keep flow and keep up with the change. And once I take the change from him, he's in a messed up situation, and there's nothing you could actually do. Kicking, it's a whole nother thing, but when your quality change and you get good with your hands, you can control a person's feet. So here, right, we lock up like this. I can pull you this way, and see how all your weight is on that leg right there? Instantly, I could just take that and blow your knee out. See, when you at a higher quality of using song, silk reeling, peng, aiki, you at the trick stage. You can do anything you want to people. You're using leverages and fulcrums, things that the body can't handle. Like I say, biomechanics, knowing what the body can't do, the limits, being able to have the dexterity to move your hands around and change, and to be able to be hard and soft. See, if I want to just be purely hard at you, you throw a punch, I can attack your nerves, and I'm pretty sure that hurts. But that ain't nothing. If you work on your hands the way that you're supposed to, where you have iron arms, when you attack somebody hard, they can't handle that. But in the same breath, I can turn around and you can punch, and I can be so soft that you feel nothing. It feels like you're in glue, because I'm controlling your structure, moving you around. That joint lock. Just knowing all the science of martial art, getting to the art, getting to the trick phase. So I hope I answered your question. And for you guys that out there been watching, if you got questions about Peng, Jin, silk reeling, Aki, the manipulation of the body, hit me up and leave a question down in the
Comment section below.
comment section. Yeah, go down in the comment section, hit me up. Feel free to ask any questions you want, and I'll demonstrate. But until then, check out the other videos that I got on my channel, because I make them for you guys. Because I spent a lifetime learning this stuff, and now that I can teach you guys easily See, for instance, you know, when I throw a punch at this guy, he gonna joint lock that thing. He operating at the point of contact. We're not messing around with you. So come on back, and until next time, that's what I got for you.
Thank you, seafood.